All right. Another Cooligans episode.
We back, baby.
Come on.
Okay, I got my pen in my hand. I got a spreadsheet in front of me.
Oh, it's nerd time, everybody.
Okay.
Christian's the nerd.
Okay. All virgins unite.
Come together. 2 blue balls per person.
What's good, everyone?
It's the Cooligans, buddy.
As always, what's good? My name is Christian Polanco.
I'm Alexis Guerreros.
We are the Cooligans. We out here. We're just in a good mood. I hosted the South Bronx United benefit last night.
Yeah, and I had a chicken sandwich before this.
Okay, so everybody's absolutely
Big moves out here for the Cooligans.
thriving.
You know, we both at our peaks right now.
Don't mean to flex about our lifestyles.
You know what I mean?
But sometimes we got to do it. Sometimes.
Damn, somebody right now is like, bro, why you got to do all that? I'm hungry.
But yes, the South Bronx United benefit was really, really dope. Shout out to South Bronx United. Let me just show the custom kit that they made for me.
Ooh.
Wow.
So shout out SBU. And
That's
look at
fire.
Wow, look at this.
Oh, number 7.
Got my name right
Numero
there
siete.
and everything. Okay. But yeah, it was amazing. A great organization. I mentioned them the other day when on the Charlie Davies episode. But just a really, really fun time. Mitch Purse was there. We got to share the stage. Matt Freese was there, the goalkeeper for NYCFC. Got to chat with him and a bunch of supporters, third rail, a lot of people just involved in
It's a beautiful thing.
the just giving back to the Bronx.
Yeah.
So you love to see
Sorry I
it.
couldn't be there. My schedule didn't allow it, but it looked like a fun time. A bunch of our friends were there. So
My schedule didn't allow
Yeah.
it. It means his wife.
No. It was me going through DoorDash, looking at which chicken sandwich am I going to eit the next day.
Okay, it takes,
You know, I was,
it's more time consuming than you think.
Yeah. Oh, what, you think I just make that as a rash decision?
No. We got prepare.
Yeah, they're like, Christian's like, it's a charity for children. I'm like, I would love to.
But these
But you
chicken sandwiches are not gonna order themselves.
Imagine I ordered a mediocre one. I mean,
Nah, super fun.
could
So,
you live with yourself? I couldn't.
shout out to South Bronx United for the invitation. That was a lot of fun.
A lot of our friends were there, so I saw it in a lot of the Instagram stories. I was like, oh, damn, this
It was
looks like
dope.
a
It was
dope
dope.
time.
A lot to discuss today, as usual. Okay. We
You didn't
have.
do your customary. I'm excited for today's show.
I am unexcited about today's show.
Damn.
Damn,
Like,
it's-
get this kid a chicken sandwich.
Okay, where's my chicken sandwich? I mean, that's what Miguelito should be doing, just tossing chicken sandwiches.
I mean, I would not complain.
If any chicken sandwich companies, like any restaurants want to sponsor us,
Yeah.
bro, we'll eat all the chicken
Have we
sandwiches.
talked about how in England they call it a chicken burger?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
have,
I'm a fan of
this
that.
has come up. Actually, weirdly enough, at the South Bronx United event yesterday, they had hors d'oeuvres and stuff like that throughout the night. And then this is quite the move. And I gotta applaud South Bronx United because they holding this benefit and it's great. And then people donating money, do the whole thing. And you have the hors d'oeuvres throughout the night, and then literally out of nowhere, after the whole event is over, or not even after like the customary stuff, the auction is over. You know what just shows up out of literally nowhere? Maybe they were probably like 300 Shake Shack burgers.
No, that's classy.
But it
fire.
was
That's
like
classy.
It's like somebody just like showing up to the party like casually, late, and it's like, but it's Shake Shack. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. We happy to see Shake Shack.
Yo,
I didn't even know you were coming.
I'll
Shake
be
Shack.
honest. It's to be surprised with a bunch of Shake Shack.
No, that's the best surprise.
It's like, oh my God, it feels like Christmas came early.
Have I given you guys my theory about weddings and wedding food should just be junk food, tacos, stuff people actually want to
Oh,
eat
yeah,
instead
okay.
of you just cater a bunch of Shake Shack or McDonald's for your wedding? People like that a lot better than whatever fancy crap you give them.
Interesting.
Can you hear his current lady being like, you think? Oh,
Bro.
we having a carving
I mean,
station,
look,
sir.
Shake Shack or McDonald's might be like a little bit too low.
Yeah,
It doesn't
yeah.
have to be.
But yeah, that's because the McDonald's is the Trump move. Remember
Yeah.
he would
Chick-fil-A.
invite,
You guys want cold Chick-fil-A?
he would
You're a champion.
invite like the SEC champs.
Yeah. You know
And
what
have
my
a bunch
move is? A bunch of comedians did a Friendsgiving a few years ago. Pulled up 2 big bags of Popeyes.
Yeah,
that's fire, bro.
Bruh.
That's
You
the
gotta
move.
give
I
the people
was a
what they want.
star. I was a god.
Because if you go to Popeyes, it could be a little sad. But
It's a little sad.
If Popeyes just
for
shows
one,
up,
No, Popeyes for one, not great. Not great. Popeyes for 17?
Yo.
Party, bro.
Toss me them biscuits.
Bro, greasy fingers all around. People's pint glasses
Okay.
slipping out of hands, bro.
I'm going to eat 2 biscuits and no soda.
Bro, and people saying stuff like, I've never had the mashed potatoes. Let me try it. Cajun rice?
Okay.
Occasionally, I have some Cajun rice.
Got my Thanksgiving plans now.
does,
Bro,
bro.
show up with Popeyes, bro. You a king.
I
dog.
love authentic New Orleans cuisine. I'm a big fan.
Eating good in the neighborhood. I don't even know if that's their slogan.
Is that it?
Is it?
Anyway, soccer, everybody. Let's get to it. We got to start with the big news that happened just a couple days ago.
Is this NYCFC announcing an electric stadium?
No.
Okay, put a Popeyes in it. Anyway.
This is the U.S. Women's National Team officially has a coach.
Huge.
Let's go.
It is
This is like the name you would have hoped they got.
Emma Hayes of currently at Chelsea.
You know what this is like if they're like, yo, you've been adopted by Jeff Bezos. You'd be like, what?
Oh, that's the most the muscular rich man.
Yo.
He's gonna be my dad.
Bro, you about to have anything you want.
Okay. But no, Emma Hayes announced as the coach, but she is still the coach of Chelsea and will be there for a while. So it's gonna
Remember
be
when John Herdman pulled that? But he left his job. But he's like, I'm not taking TFC until October.
right.
He was like, I'm gonna let y'all finish out this dumpster fire you got going, and then I'll show up when when the embers have cooled.
So, so an exciting move, and one, when we were talking during the Women's World Cup, we had this conversation about who could be the next coach.
Are you only playing this because you're the one who suggested her?
No, I'm playing this because this is good. This is good television. This is good podcasting.
It's great analysis. Alexis.
Because all I'm saying,
Christian did his research by thinking back of what things he said.
we saw, or I saw the vision, bro. I was gonna collectively give credit and say like,
no, this is you.
but no, this is
No, you're walking in with Popeyes right now. That's what you're doing, bro.
okay. I open my trench coat and it's all Shake Shack right here.
Damn.
Shake Shack and Emma Hayes in the trench coat, baby. That's how I knew.
But we were talking about who could be the potential next coach, and here, let's go to Christian Polanco, just from just a couple months
Let's
ago.
go live to a soothsayer.
I like Emma Hayes a lot. She's the coach of Chelsea, and just a very big personality. And obviously, Chelsea, one of the best women's coaches in the world right now, and truly. But I just love her personality and character. Where it's just like there's a lot of passion. It seems to be a lot of accountability. It's a healthy balance, and I'm basing it on like the games I've seen and I'm watching, the Women's Super League and all this other stuff. But there's a healthy balance of like the authoritarian kind of coach and like the coach that players like. So Emma Hayes, to me, sort of has that personality a little bit. So I like that.
Let's go.
Yo,
Bars.
I like it. Can I just? I want to scroll back to a very important part here.
Okay.
Because I think you hit the nail on the head. Which side is it? This side? Yeah. Okay. Right here.
I counted at least 5 facts in that statement, Christian. You had at least 5.
Hold on 1 second.
Chelsea, one of the best women's coaches in the world right now. And
Okay, you heard that when I said yeah?
Yeah. You know what I mean? You co-sign. You co-sign.
You know what I mean? I just want to say that. You definitely saw the vision first, but I co-signed it immediately.
That is just absolutely staunch agreement.
Yo.
You were,
Shouts to us, bro.
bro. We did it. I mean,
I like to think Matt Crocker, before getting the job at U.S. Soccer, was watching this and was like, yo, this dude's spitting.
You already say yeah like that?
No. He's like, oh, and the other dude, the big dude also agrees? Nah,
He was just watching the DraftKings network one day. He's like, yo.
He's like, it's a lock, bro.
Because he was like, yo.
I should be doing other stuff during this Women's World Cup, but I can't get away from this content. These two dudes are spitting.
I thought it was just me that thought she'd be a good hire, but now that I'm hearing, these soothsayers or whatever, they know the future.
Damn, what's their camera? A crystal ball? I bet you right now he's like, bro, I wish I could. I need to order a chicken sandwich. Because he's listening right now, just like you are.
Yo, everybody's mouth is watering. You know how it is.
Let's go.
So this is the interesting thing. All right, she's gonna start coaching for the U.S. Men's national team after the Chelsea season, which will be in May of 2024. So it's gonna be. I mean,
This is like Carlo Ancelotti announcing last year he's taking over Brazil next year. He's like, I'm coming.
Bro.
In a while, you're gonna have to hold.
I'm gonna have a full gray beard by the time she's back.
That's like if Jeff Bezos like, I'm your dad, but not yet.
Okay, we got this on paperwork. We gotta file.
Yeah. This ain't on Prime.
Don't be changing your Facebook status.
No.
Saying you got a parent now.
Listen, it's complicated.
Tax purposes.
Go ahead and order whatever you want off the website, but I can't come through just yet.
So that it kind of kills a little bit of the steam.
No, I disagree. We don't really need it right now.
Well, the Olympics are next year, which they start in June or July.
Yeah, but she's gonna like tell Twyla Kilgore what to do and here's how I want them playing and whatnot. And I think it also gives her an opportunity to not just watch the team in an effort to have the interview. You know what I mean? And say, here's what I would do. Now this gives her like a different view of the team. Without being connected to the team at the moment, I actually think it gives her a little perspective.
How do you do both? I mean, we know she's the coach. But how do you do both jobs at the same time? She has to manage Chelsea, and also has to start preparing and working. And she's probably calling players, having conversations. Well, she can't. She's not. There's no way she's not doing anything.
Janice in Brazil's doing it. Janice is the part-time manager or head coach of the Brazil national team. Brazil, not
I heard of him.
Not Andorra. We're in Brazil. Not what was the New Caledonia?
Yeah, that's it was off air, but whatever.
Yeah.
New Caledonia is a country.
It's a real country, and it's a great place to hide.
And
your
they
money.
lost. They lost to Brazil, the U17.
Yeah.
9-0.
9-0.
Yeah.
Right. He's part of a major national team, but he's also the coach of Fluminense, who just won their first ever Copa Libertadores.
Right. Right.
So how does he handle both? He seems to be doing just fine. The guy's winning Copa Libertadores.
But she is not. She's not going to be flying back and forth. You would think that she's not going to be doing both jobs at the same time.
No. But I think it's going to allow her to review a lot of the team, so she's going to have like a really sharp idea of what she wants when she gets here. Look, it's not ideal.
Yeah.
Right? You want her to walk in and be the coach, but I don't know. I feel like she's got the right attitude for this. At first, I'm not going to lie. At first, I was like, I've watched Chelsea play. Their tactics aren't like the most modern.
I just think the amount of
but she's the right coach.
The amount of preparation leading into the Olympics next year, she's not going to have a lot. I'm sure she's going to do something, but she's not going to be boots on the ground working with the players directly. And I would imagine that would have some kind of it's not a positive effect to have only have a month and a half with the players before a big tournament. So that's
it's not ideal. No,
that's my main concern.
Let me tell you the most important part.
Long term, she's obviously the best hire available.
Yeah, very exciting hire. I'm very high up. I know you're wondering what I think. I'm very high on Emma Hayes, but here's the most important part. Apparently, Chelsea offered her quadruple her salary, and she still said no, and came with the U.S. Our money's up.
The money, yeah, that was actually my next point.
The money's up.
The money is up.
The money's up.
And it's a weird kind of talking point because some people are highlighting the fact that her base salary will be $1.6 million, and which is
crazy,
which is
good.
The highest paid women's coach in the world, but it is the same base salary that Greg Berhalter receives.
Because Greg, can I hold a rack, dude? I didn't know you had it like that.
Greg is paid quite handsomely. Bro. Yeah, I understand why he wanted the job back.
1.6, bro.
So some people, I'm not gonna say specifically who, but there was a tweet that went viral. Viral is a relative term, but within the soccer world, some people were highlighting that. So she is going to be getting the $1.6 million because of equal pay. The men's coach and the women's coach will receive the same amount of money, but that limits, because of equal pay, it limits what our options are for our men's coach. So when you look at the coaches for France and Spain, and like Deschamps makes like $3.8 million, right? Could we hire a men's coach and pay him that much, but that means that the money also has to go up for the women's coach, which I'm totally fine with. But some people are highlighting it as because the women's coach.
It's splitting the budget essentially.
But because the women's coach gets paid as much as the men's coach, that the quality of the men's coach will suffer, or like our option for like high quality coaches, like the best available in the world, like we wouldn't be able to get them because we couldn't afford it.
Okay, well, I got an idea. I think it'll solve all this. If you find a coach for the U.S. men's national team similar to Deschamps of that quality, and you want to pay him $3.8 million, Emma Hayes just made a lot more money, bro.
Pay out.
Emma Hayes about to cake up for no reason, bro.
Yo, Emma's probably like, yo, why don't you go hire Deschamps? Yo, he's a good coach.
You want me to call him? Yo, Didier.
I got him in my WhatsApp right now.
Yo, I feel like if you hire him, we will be the chomps. The world chomps. You feel me?
Chomp.
She's in the room. You need to hire my G, bro. And then Matt Crocker's like, did you work on this before walking in here? Sorry, I was just listening to the Cooligans. You interrupted me.
I would just love the idea of Didier. What's his name?
Didier
Deschamps, right? Yeah, just walking in the room. He's like, hey,
he's there.
Deschamps is here. Deschamps.
Going like this to money.
Big Tim Tebow guy. All of a sudden.
Yeah,
huge-
dude. The Gators, right?
yeah.
For everyone listening, we were doing big gator arm mouths.
You saw the vision.
Yeah, you got
it. So yeah, I think it's a look. It's a huge move, and I'm excited about the future of the women's national team because as far as like just literally one of the best coaches, and the way she talks about the United States, as
said it was her dream to have this job. So
as an English woman, and but familiar with NW. Was she in NWS?
WSL and NWSL, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. No, but she coached the Red Stars, but was it when the Red Stars were in NWSL, or was it the WPS?
WPS.
Okay.
I said WSL. Yes.
Yeah. So she
and I think she was the coach of Western New York.
She coached at Iona. She coached at Iona.
College coach. Yeah, she has a very strong connection to the U.S. and the college, and so and then obviously the resume now at Chelsea is unreal, and she will only have. I mean, she had literally some of the best players in the world, and that Chelsea squad is stacked,
and she got that heavy bank account now.
And that's really what's most important.
Speaking of the best players, I have one crazy conspiracy theory. So,
hit me.
Emma Hayes, coach of Chelsea. Who is Chelsea's best player right now?
Sam Kerr,
who is recently engaged to who?
Christy
Mewis, who plays for Gotham.
Who also plays for the U.S. women's national team.
Yes.
Can we get that naturalization process sped up a little bit? Get Sam Kerr over here?
Well,
they're
engaged.
So you think Sam Kerr will go back on her very beloved Australia?
She can't.
Emma Hayes and Christy Mewis.
She can't switch, right?
Bro, you
Maybe
guys
you
are
get a
paying too
one-time
much
switch.
attention to the facts here. You guys are paying too much attention.
Mike's like, why are we going into the details?
Because you can do a one-time switch, but I think there's like a limit on like if you can't do like 100 caps.
It ain't gonna happen. Why are we talking about this?
I'm just saying it'd be sick, bro.
Hold on, let me get my spreadsheet. Let me just see how many games.
This would be like Aaron Judge becoming North Korean. It's just not gonna happen, bro.
We can dream,
bro. No, so I'm excited about the future of the team. It's she's gonna be great. So be great. If we get her on the show, she just seems like a great Cooligans guest. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
the
whole
vibes,
bar, bro.
The vibes.
I'd be a little nervous,
We will mess up that paycheck on the show.
Yeah, we want to, somebody
Do it before May.
U.S. Soccer will have to, just go through the interview a little bit and scrub whatever they don't like. But
it's gonna be a 4-second interview. Emma Hayes, everybody. Thank you so much for being on the show. That was it.
The other, should we talk about what USMNT
taking on Trinidad and Tobago.
Big game. Big
2
game
legs.
today.
This is Nations League matches.
This is Nations League. Did you watch Morning Footy today?
I saw some of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you hear the stat that I pulled out? Do you know what our goal differential is? The last 3 matches against Trinidad and Tobago.
I don't remember, but I did see you talk about it.
Mike,
yes.
do you know?
I do not know. I did not.
We have scored 19 in the last 3 games against them, and they have scored a 0.
So look, there's a lot of
That's what they've scored.
a lot of this revenge. Every time we play them, it's like, yo, bro, you knocked us out of the World Cup. And
Yeah, their
we
one
haven't-
win against us was the one that knocked us out of the World Cup. The recent win.
Right. So, but U.S. Against Trinidad. This is tonight as we're recording this Thursday.
Q2 Stadium in Austin.
Thursday, November 16th. And I mean, look, this feels like a game where nobody's particularly worried about. Definitely not losing the game. It feels a bit like, all right, let's give, we have Christian Pulisic is injured, so is Timo Weah.
You know what? I actually can't do math. It was 20, not 19.
Well, that's not a shock that you can't do that.
No way, I was right. It is 19. Let's go.
Okay.
I thought it was 7-0, 7-0, 6-0. It was 6-0, 7-0, 6-0.
We still confirm you don't know how to do that.
Yeah,
But,
let's go.
so yeah, this feels like a game where not a scrimmage, not a disrespectful, not to
No,
disrespect
no,
Tobago,
but we shouldn't have a problem
yeah.
against Trinidad and Tobago. That said, they've surprised us before. But again, 2 legs home and away?
Yeah, but who was the game that they did surprise us? Can you look up?
Yeah,
Click
I'll
on
go
it. It's
look
right
for
there.
it.
Right there.
Right here? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's look up the roster. This was from 2017. I mean, I feel bad bringing back old stuff.
Well, there's your boy Tim Howard. You're wearing the Everton shirt.
Tim Howard.
Who had the worst rating?
So look, okay, the roster from back then when we lost to Trinidad.
You want to start at
bro.
goalkeeper?
Tim Howard,
The back line consisted of DeAndre Yedlin, Omar Gonzalez.
Jorge Villafaña.
Wow.
Bro, played for the Timbers at the time, I think.
Good God. And Beasler.
And Matt Beasley as a fullback, he's a center back.
Yeah.
Well, it must be a mistake because Villafaña is the fullback.
I don't
So
know.
it must have been the other way.
Our
But
midfield was...
the only player that's playing now that was on that roster was Christian Pulisic, and he scored
He was very
the
young.
lone goal. He was
Remember,
he
he
was a kid.
cried. Yeah. So Paul Arriola, Michael Bradley, Darlington Nagby, Christian Pulisic. Obviously, you remember Josie Altidore and Bobby Wood.
Bobby Wood.
Bro, Bobby Wood did have a run there in like 2017.
Yo, Bobby Wood was balling.
Didn't he
Yeah,
score against
that was
Germany?
Hoffenheim
Hamburg.
era?
Hamburg.
Yeah, he was great.
Hamburg?
Yeah.
It was Hamburg. He had the lowest rating of anyone who touched the pitch that day.
Yeah, it was a rough game. So, look, the roster's a little bit different now. They are, no disrespect to
Click on their player of the match,
that was
Jones.
That was
Alvin Jones.
This is Alvin Jones. Remember, he had to hit the banger. This
He
is
plays for Forward Madison.
he does. That's where he is now. But he's also the brother of the other Jones. What's his name? For Seattle, the fullback.
Oh, God. Fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Forgot
I can't
his
remember
name.
his name.
But
I'm
Jones.
not gonna know his name.
He has a brother that won MLS Cup with the Sounders.
Yeah.
Joven Jones?
Joven Jones.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he went down injured, right? And that was like a big loss for them at that time.
I think so, yeah. So look, it is
Great name, Joven.
so but I mean he scored one of the greatest goals in his life in that game. And it was going to take something like that to knock the US out of the World Cup.
Well, Omar Gonzalez also scored one of the greatest goals of his life.
The guy whose name I forgot.
Yeah, it was against Tim Howard, but
yeah. We can talk about previewing the game. There's not much. I mean, I don't know.
Well,
I
was
hope there
gonna-
isn't.
No, I have a question. Like, so this is kind of not the strongest USMNT squad. Are there any lesser known names that you guys are kind of looking forward to? Someone that's not a consistent starter that you kind of want to see impress you.
I mean, some of the names that I've heard bounce around. Well, first of all, Matt Turner probably should have a good game considering he got demoted.
I've seen a lot of Paxton Aronson hype for these friendlies.
I can see Paxton Aronson. He's balling in Germany.
What was the thing I saw that Falarin Balogun didn't know that the Aronson brothers were related? Like, he didn't know that Paxton was
Brendan's?
Brendan's
I didn't know
brother.
that.
He was just he just thought a very similar looking guy.
He's like, man, and they both have the same last name. That's crazy.
So
Crazy
wild. But there is
I would say what's Anthony Robinson is back.
Yeah.
It's nice to see that. Jimmy Conrad said Cameron Carter-Vickers, he wants to see him start at center back as a pairing with Tim Ream, which I think is dope. I kind of don't. I just want Falarin and Balogun to score a couple.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a confidence builder.
Yeah.
You know,
It is a playoff.
Yeah. It's like a genuine game.
Yeah.
It has obviously a lot at stake, but this should feel like a you know, stretch your legs out a bit. Have fun out there.
Like, you know, when England plays Liechtenstein.
Remember when you were a kid and reconnect with the game.
Yeah. You know what, guys? Let's just go out there and have some fun. You know?
I mean, with all due respect to our
Orange
Trinidad,
slices at halftime. Let's just live the
our
game.
Trinidad
Let's live the
homies.
Shouts to Trinidad and Tobago. Shouts to Shaka Hislop. Sorry, though.
Okay.
Coming after you today, bro.
So all right, let's move on to I'm rocking an Everton kid. I want to just show some love.
Yeah, actually, me and Mike were going to talk to you about it. It's making everyone sad.
Okay. So don't wear that around here.
I
Shout
heard
out,
you got that at a deduction. I mean, a discount.
shout out to the Seattle Evertonians, the supporters group out there in Seattle.
It's a beautiful kid.
Yeah, this is great. Shout out to D Stu. Remember D Stu?
Of course.
Yeah, on the OG days on Twitch. But had them send this over
The
to
chat
me.
legend.
Yeah. So shout out. And it has my name on the back. I can see everything.
Look at that. Polanco.
Got a lot of jerseys coming in today,
Yeah,
Christian.
and then I put the number 41. Why? Guess.
That's how many points are going to be deducted?
It's a great guess. But no, my son was born April 1st.
I was just going to say that.
Oh.
So it's a little homage to him. Okay, I don't know what happened. All right, it's not working. Whatever. Anyway, I just getting a message from someone that is
Very important.
very relevant to the show. But it's
the manager of a Popeyes.
I don't know. Okay, whatever. I can't.
So men's
I got work
national
to do.
team.
Anyway. So shout out to Seattle Evertonians. Thank you. Let's talk about Everton and their. So it was reported that they will be possibly facing a 12-point deduction, and that it will happen this week. So we spoke about this a couple weeks
It's a
ago.
little harsh.
And it was just like we were like, okay, I had my Santeria at home and was obviously setting everything up, so just praying so that it wouldn't happen. And but it's looking like it very much will. So now that this feels, not that this feels very, very real, I am terrified.
How do you think they'll handle a potential points deduction?
How do I think they will handle it? I mean, they will do everything they can to win as many games as possible to stay up. But this was, so I just want to put, this is the tweet that was going around. And
Well, you could see the note at the bottom.
yeah, there's a community note because nothing's been confirmed. But this was the tweet that went viral from Steve Brown _SB. I don't know anything about their credentials or not, but this was going around. And so some people took this as like
BE means British Empire. I don't know what the O means.
Order of the British
Officer?
Empire. Order.
Officer?
It means you're a knight.
I was thinking Obi Trice.
Obi Trice.
Oh, bringing it back.
Oh,
dog.
wow. I'm going to Google Obi Trice so you guys know how old of a reference this is. Jesus.
So yeah, he was that was Eminem's artist.
To the year 2000.
I mean, that's not when he was like born.
No, he released an album in 2003, but he got signed in the year 2000.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Didn't think you would hear an Obi Trice reference while we're talking about Everton Football Club.
We were all hoping we wouldn't hear an Obi Trice. But go
He
ahead.
had a couple bangers.
No, he did not. Stop it. So they're going to get a 12-point deduction by the end of the week.
Yeah, so that's about what's been reported. There's a community note on it on Twitter, basically saying that none
Hasn't
of
been
it
confirmed.
Has been confirmed. But what? So I can also say this: I have sources, and I've also heard that this is happening, but my sources are telling me that it may not be 12 points. Alexis is not allowing for the audio sound to completely finish before hitting the button again.
I got to change that.
So what I'm hearing, my sources are telling me, is that it is more likely going to be 6 points
Ooh.
instead of 12.
Half off.
half off. Okay.
Yeah, a little buy one get one. You know what I mean?
A little
Which I think
BOGO.
is how they
A
were.
little BOGO.
I think that's how they were going into the transfer window and why they're here. Huh?
Where's the bargain bin?
You know what I mean?
Okay, do y'all accept Wick?
I mean, bro, we struggle. Yo, can I Venmo you half of this? And then the other half, I think I got in change.
Okay, let's do a little PayPal Cash App
Yeah, yeah.
combo. I got the money somewhere.
The Premier League needs EBT. Okay.
So that is what I'm hearing. I would prefer 0 points deducted. I would actually prefer 12 points added. I don't know why they don't.
yeah.
I haven't considered that.
Hey, yo, shouts to you for spending that money, baby.
You know why?
You trying?
Why happen a little bit of charity for some of these clubs? That
Yo,
can't
you
hurt.
trying, baby?
So that news is definitely interesting.
So
but
you're here in 6. Are you confident that that's...
I'm not confident about anything.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just.
Let's look at the table real quick.
all I
See where they
know-
would be with a 6
All
point
I
deduction.
know is that Obi Trice is the greatest rapper. That's literally the only thing I know.
The Premier League should just go to Obi Trice and say, how many points we deducted from this team?
Okay. So
Pull up their table. Let's see. Sorry. Let's see how...
no,
how,
touch me again.
Yeah, I scratched you, actually.
okay.
Let's see what this points deduction would mean.
Okay.
Because I think this is important. Where would they be placed?
So currently
In 14th with 14 points.
yeah, Everton, they are on
Not
a
good.
unbeaten streak in the last 3 games. They won 2 and drew 1. Next up, Manchester United. Should be a breeze.
Easy
Yeah,
dub.
you do have 3 wins in your last 6. 5.
A big wins, beating West Ham, beating Crystal Palace in a huge game. In that Brighton game, we probably should have won as well.
You did draw to Brighton, which is great.
Yeah, so Everton the last couple weeks have been like impressive,
Yeah.
And I was in San Diego for the NWSL final and bumped into Scott Parkinson, the
Who also posted this kit. by the way.
he has the same exact one, and he was Evertonian from Liverpool, but he was actually the assistant coach for OL Reign, and but he also speaks pretty positively about Sean Dyche. He's just like, I think he might be the guy, and so it's like, even though I'm like, you want Everton to evolve into like to play similarly to the top 6 clubs, but maybe that's not who we need to be. Okay, stay with our culture.
Not with the squad you have now, at least. Definitely not.
Not with any squad we have ever.
So for the viewers and the listeners, this is what's called Stockholm Syndrome.
Okay, we're suffering bad, bro.
Maybe this is just who we are, you know?
So look, Everton with 14 points. If they were obviously deducted 12, they would be in last place with 2 points. It would just be so brutal.
But if they only get a 6 point deduction, that puts them in 17th?
yeah.
No?
They would 17th they would have 8 points.
No, it would put them at 16th because of the goal differential,
Okay.
right? You have 14 points, so a 6 point
Yeah,
deduction,
so
8.
yeah.
No, you're right. 17.
With 8, yeah. Okay. So it's a it would 8th. I mean, like being in 17th. It sounds just much more manageable, right? It's two less wins removed from your record.
Here's what I'll say. Regardless of the points, forget the points. Is Everton better than Burnley?
Oh, without a doubt.
Is
Yeah.
Everton better than Sheffield United?
Yes.
Is Everton better than Luton?
They beat us, I think.
Still,
that's
as
my
a-
one concern.
against
But
everyone
yeah,
else.
in general, yeah.
Everyone but
it seems like the
Liverpool.
other teams are just objectively worse.
Although, are you better than Bournemouth?
No, I'm not super confident.
Are you better than Fulham?
No.
Definitely not Fulham. I
No.
think you could be better than Bournemouth. I think you guys in Bournemouth are about
Yeah.
pretty even.
It's the games against them are not easy to say the least. But Everton again can surprise you a little bit more than some of the other clubs. And again, I just hope for no injuries and stuff like that. Like I'm concerned about, like Dominic Calvert-Lewin is having a great start to this season, and it's just like the better he plays, I'm just like, please don't get hurt ever. Like, and he gets hurt every year.
Don't get hurt ever.
He has an injury every year, and it's really, really frustrating.
I'm
and
trying
this
to
is-
see what the
so
team
that-
stats are.
That's my concern.
Do you think there's any chance though that like I agree, 12 points would be pretty disastrous and you guys are probably going down. 6 points, I almost feel like that would galvanize the team. Like Sean Dyche, I feel like he loves like things going against him. You know what I mean? He's always like, oh, give me more adversity, give me more, obstacles to jump over.
You got to make
6
yourself an
points.
underdog for him.
He is certainly in his mind a massive underdog in all situations.
Sure.
So maybe if he can get Everton to start feeling like, everyone's against us, we need to show this to prove them wrong. I don't know.
They're showing some heart, and I think ever since the news came out about the points deduction, Everton have been playing better. Maybe
I agree.
In preparation.
Bro, remember the run City went on after the 115 charges leaked?
Is that what they needed to motivate them?
Bro, they went on a crazy. Remember they beat Arsenal? I remember that. They went undefeated, I think, since then.
So so we're talking about so the news about Everton has been discussed for quite a while, but then there's also news about Chelsea.
I don't know what you're talking about.
because Chelsea are also facing a point deduction as well.
Yeah.
And
Because Abramovich was also spending money under the table,
so this is
which I thought was allowed in Europe.
why are we don't pay attention to the table? Let me just what's the big deal?
Are they gonna get a point deduction in the table because I was putting envelopes under the table? Wow.
But apparently, this is also in the news. So Chelsea face points deduction threat as Premier League investigates secret agent payments, which sounds like James Bond is involved, but secret agent payments, not secret agent
payments to agents.
to agents, exactly. So that's the accusation that that Roman Abramovich was paying the agents of certain players to be like, yo, give them the good advice to come to this club, like do the right thing,
right?
And influence agents to have players sign with his club, which for whatever it doesn't even sound like that bad of a thing to do, but it's objectively bad.
Yeah, you're getting an advantage.
You're getting an advantage, and it's also you put the player at risk because then the player can't trust their agent truthfully. Like
sounds to me like the agent is the one who's doing the bad.
Yeah,
because aren't you making a commitment to the best interest of the player when you're an agent?
Yes.
So this guy's just a team owner. He's just saying, hey, I'll give you extra money if you want to do that. The agent's the one who's breaking the law.
Right.
By taking that money. So look, at the end of the day, not his fault.
This is like,
This also feels like entrapment. I'm not going to lie to you, bro.
This feels like, the trend of girl math that's been going around?
Yes.
This feels like Alexis math.
Russian oligarch math.
Like Alexis soccer math.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at it, if you really just kind of look at it, there's actually...
The problem is we need to shift the chessboard.
There's really no illegality at all.
No. A mere suggestion of an illegality is not illegal. I wish you know how they got Christina Uncle on the Champions League show. We should have a lawyer. She is a lawyer. We gotta have Christina Uncle.
Why are all referees lawyers, bro?
We can get David Sampson in here to explain this to us. I'm sure a lot.
Happy to.
Yeah.
Is he a lawyer?
He used to be. I mean, yeah, he was a
Used
big-time
to be.
lawyer. No, I mean, he was a big-time lawyer.
Disbarred, so you're welcome in here anytime, dog.
Nah, it's something to show people some Popeyes, bro. It's over, bro.
Well, I saw the big story coming off of this was the rumors that Eden Hazard was one of the players that was paid, whose agent was paid by Abramovich to choose Chelsea over Arsenal when he signed, whenever it was back in 2012, 2013.
It's back to being illegal. This is
Okay.
I'm glad this man is out of the game.
We've looked into it a little more thoroughly.
Yeah. The fine-tooth comb has revealed details previously unbeknownst to us. And from those details, we can say this might be one of the most evil human beings on the planet.
I mean, just the club riddled with crime and criminals.
Jeez, it starts at the top, folks. These agents are good people, and they're being tricked into these dirty payments.
Corrupted.
By these corrupt owners, these oligarchs.
Finally.
Or shall I say, oligarchs.
Wow. The truth comes out. Okay?
Yeah.
There's a new breaking bombshell piece by the Cooligans.
Breaking news. Noticias.
So it is a the rest the subtitle of it there says club could be hit by sanctions after allegations that include offshore payments to agents linked with Eden Hazard, Willian, and Samuel Eto'o, who we've met.
Bro,
we've met Samuel Eto'o.
What more can they even do to us? Chelsea fans are numb at this point. After
Yeah,
the
you
past
really
year
are.
and a half, like you can't hurt me anymore.
If I knew about this, I wouldn't have shaken
Maybe
Samuel
I
Eto'o's
like-
hand.
I would have spoke to him in Spanish.
I would have stuck my hand out and been like, too slow.
Yeah. Or I would have stuck my hand out and been like, where's that money? Dame dinero.
No, but
Can I talk to your agent real quick?
the general kind of with a lot of these transactions for with player sales and player transfers, the agents already get paid. I mean, they get there's a
No, it's not a percentage. They get a fee.
They get a fee,
And the fee is negotiated separate to the contract.
Yes.
Which is kind of crazy.
So
because like if it's a regular player, like if I'm like, yeah, I'm Christian Polanco's agent and Everton wants him, be like, all right, just toss me a couple $100,000.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But if I'm like Zlatan Ibrahimovic's agent, I'm gonna be like, it's gonna take like 1.5 before I even pick up the phone again.
So those fees are already exorbitant. I've heard like owners talk about that.
Arsene Wenger talked about it in his book.
Yeah.
Yeah. He says it's like what stopped them from being able to be competitive in the
The owner of was it maybe Rocco Camiso or so? The owner of Fiorentina, is that
Fiorentina, yeah.
I think he talked about this too, about like when he was dealing with who was Zlatan's agent, Mino Raiola.
Mino Raiola was he was like the guy who was like,
and it's just
I
like,
need to get my beak wet.
and so that it's becoming a bigger and bigger problem. Like you obviously pay the players' wages, the transfer fee, and the agent fees. And there's probably like the player likeness, the what is it?
NIL basically.
Basically like the licensing and name or whatever. Image likeness or whatever. So to already have that on the table and that's in the contract that you're gonna get paid that, and then the agents are like, nah. We don't need to put this on paper.
Unless, which by the way, I don't understand how player like agent money shouldn't count against anything. It's not what players' wages. So I really don't understand why this is, but this must have been like secretly like, I will transfer $2 million into your bank account. Again, a hypothetical numbers
yeah.
I'm just spitting out here.
Yeah.
I'll transfer that as long as this player comes to us.
Yeah.
But that's also, you could kind of just negotiate that into their fees. I don't understand.
I would imagine that
why you're hiding this.
it's probably capped to some degree, right?
I don't think so.
Well,
Can
the
you
way
look that up?
it sound, I can look up if it's captured or not, but the way it sounded to me, it was that the deal with, in the Eden Hazard case specifically, the deal with Arsenal for Eden Hazard was pretty much done. And at the last second, without telling Hazard, without just Abramovich went to the agent and was like, yo, buddy, if you convince him to come here, I'll slide you something under the table. So it's not
that
like
is certainly
it's not like a legit negotiation.
anti-competition, anti-competitive.
Yeah.
But you ever hear the story about Eden Hazard? I just saw this on Instagram not too long ago. It's a clip from a podcast that one of his former teammates was doing. Apparently, he could care less about football.
John Obi Mikel would tell.
John
the
Obi
story
Mikel. Did we talk about this on the show?
No.
He apparently could care less about the sport. Never paid attention to the coaches. He would show up and be like, "Who are we playing again?" And they'd be like, "What are you talking about? The coach has been talking about this for a week." And one time the coaches were like talking about how good a player was and how they had to like figure out a way around this player. And he was like not paying attention. And then the guy was like, "Are you ready?" And he was like, "For what?" And he's like, "The tactic, we have to do blah, blah, blah." He goes, "No, just pass me the ball." And he scored 2 goals in the first half. It was like, you're that incredible at the sport that you're like, bro, coaches? Nah, man.
I found the information, by the way. So agents' commissions are capped, and the fees for services must come from the player and the represented party, like either their manager or whatever. It can't come from the team.
Gotcha.
So this money that Abramovich was giving was
he's
like
not even allowed to
illegal.
pay them that.
Bro, shell companies, dog.
Gazprom. We already got all the shell
Yeah.
companies.
Well, no, I mean, look, but that is what he did. It was offshore accounts. He had to get the money to the agents.
Oh, damn, they found the offshore account?
Yeah. So
They were in New
OSAs.
Caledonia, bro.
Damn.
it must-
Bro, New Caledonia back in the news.
I mean, it's like you feel bad for Chelsea. Roman Abramovich isn't even there. Just be like, yo, we don't even know him. We don't talk to him anymore.
You don't even go here anymore, bro.
That's what a lot of Chelsea
Graduated.
fans are saying too. A lot of like the upper level executives of the club got cleared out when Abramovich, even
Yeah.
though they were talented, and they think now it's because the new ownership had an idea that this was coming, and they were just like, we don't want anyone associated with these problems.
But honestly,
in the club.
to have a Russian oligarch as an owner and this is the worst he did. I'm like, yo, that's pretty good. Like
That we know of so far.
I mean, but I'm just saying, this is all that comes out. Like, yo, that's not bad.
Who was it whose parents got kidnapped like a bunch? Was it John Obi
Oh,
Mikel's?
we talked about this last week.
Yeah, and he was like, just let me know. I can take care of it for you. That guy's got to do a little more than just throw a little bit of money in a no offshore account. You know what I mean?
Without a doubt. So why?
And by the way, if he's listening, we respect you, sir.
Come on the pod, Roman.
Yo,
What do you
Roman
mean?
Abramovich on this pod would go crazy.
All I'm saying is that this violation is clearly worse than Everton's, and Chelsea deserve a bigger point deduction. Whatever Everton gets, Chelsea got to get just a little bit more because this is clearly worse.
How about this? How about you swap positions on the table?
Literally would be like a lateral move.
What's Chelsea at right now? 10th. Oh my God! But if you were in 10th, there'd be a parade in Liverpool.
But Chelsea in 10th, but with how many points? Because if Everton
we have
have
18,
14,
17,
16, 2 points. Damn, bro.
Never mind. Damn.
So
It's really compact from 8th to like 14th there, huh?
The entire table is more compact than it normally is.
Yeah.
So
I was looking up old tables for some reason because we were going to talk about it on Morning
like
Footy.
at IKEA or what?
Yeah. I was on Etsy.
Some vintage
I was
ones?
on Facebook Marketplace. And I said, bro, I can't see La Liga anywhere in here, bro. It's beautiful woodwork. No, I was looking up, I think it was like 2006, where it was either 2006 or 2007. I could be wrong. Real Madrid won the league. Barcelona was second. Third place was closer to the relegate points-wise, was closer to the relegation zone than to Barcelona. It was crazy. They literally just beat up on the league, and everyone else was like, all right, we playing for each other.
They should just have like Barcelona and Real play 34 times against each other.
Yo.
That'd be more entertaining.
Bro, it Classico round 32.
Who knows what's gonna happen?
This one's really for the league. It was bananas.
All right, we got to move on to obviously the everybody's favorite segment.
Yeah.
A little type 5. Let's
Yes,
go,
sir.
everybody.
We got type 5.
Miguelito will
Remind me how this works again.
Miguelito will. We have 5 topics, and we have 1 minute for each topic, and we have to
Make jokes, give your thoughts, instant reactions.
We have
Okay,
to.
we got to be funny in a minute.
We gotta be funny in a minute for each of the topics.
You got the videos pulled up, Christian? I got some videos.
Yeah, let me know which one we're doing
we'll
first.
start with the Brazilian owner
Yeah,
to fight.
we got to talk about this.
Let me know when you're ready. and we'll
I'm
start
good to
the
go.
clock.
Let's go.
All right, in 3, 2, 1.
All right, so I saw this before. This is, I mean, no one's really trying to get in. There's 2 like old dudes standing in front of the door, and they kind of very sheepishly just kind of stop attempting after a little bit of pushing. But also, what are you going to do when you get in there?
So we're looking at this angle. So the original video that I saw was of the guy that is right there, that guy Patrola that is filming, and the guy right there furious that he's filming it.
Yeah.
And he is we're seeing the angle of the guy, the first guy filming it.
That is the thumbnail I've seen for like every news article.
Right,
is him
right.
angrily looking at the camera.
So this is look. A lot of people have asked this question, but also like, why is he doing this? But even if he got into the room, what is gonna happen? He's mad at the VAR, and we don't have the actual play, but the red card that this is what he's upset about.
10 seconds.
He's upset about a red card, and the red card was a violent leg breaking.
Yeah.
It was just absurd. So I don't know what he's mad at. I don't know what he's mad at.
Okay, we'll try to be funny in the next one.
All right, pictures. Next one, Christian.
Okay.
Pictures of Brazilian starlet Endrick looking like they came out of Rio de Janeiro in 1945.
I think they're doing this on purpose, and this is way too much, bro. This is a child.
So Endrick is like, he looks like an old kid. You know what I mean?
17.
He's 17, but he's already
17 going on 35.
He's about to join Real Madrid next year.
Next year, when he
Yeah,
turns
next year.
18,
Yeah.
it's his first call-up and way too much hype,
Yeah.
which means Chelsea are going to buy him for double what Real Madrid want to pay him.
There's already a video of him in training in Brazil, and
Did you see the goal against Botafogo? He trapped it with his knee.
That was crazy.
dude. He's
He's the truth.
He's gonna be a beast. But yeah, he's being compared to Pele, And
That you stole Pele's outfit, bro.
But I kind of like this. I kind of like this. And I also saw a clip recently of him saying that he doesn't believe in like going to clubs and anything. He doesn't want to do anything that will affect his image negatively. So this
You
kid,
believe this?
this
That's
kid,
the funniest thing I ever heard is
Give him
Christian
5
believing
minutes
that.
with Neymar, bros.
this kid is gonna be different.
All right, next one. We're a little bit late on this story, but Matt Miazga was also mad at some referees and ran into the tunnel after the stadium in their most recent game.
Okay, so she'll play the video from Brazil again.
Same thing.
Really
Same
same
thing.
thing. Yeah, Matt Miazga gotta calm down.
2023 Defender of the Year, Matt Miazga.
Well, they delayed the announcement, I think, because they were like, seems like there's bad news if people Google Matt Miazga. He had a great year. He had a standout year. Came back from Europe, former Chelsea product on loan in a bunch of different places. He's been playing out of his skin. Cincinnati could potentially win. Well, not if their best defender isn't there for a single game elimination, bruh.
Okay, well, he was gonna miss the game regardless because the yellow card accumulation. Yes.
Well, yeah. Well, the yellow card accumulation also, but he got that by taunting the fans,
Yeah,
supposedly,
it was
by
very-
doing a bad heart. Did you see this? He did this instead of that.
It was very silly. But just another like, yo, calm down, dog. I mean, there's no benefit. You're not gonna find any positive news going into the referee room arguing with them about anything.
No. Like, when I used to go into the teacher's lounge, it was to get coffee. But everyone else going to the teacher's lounge are probably in there to do some damage.
Talk about my grades.
All right, next one. Italy during the Euros could miss out on the third consecutive major tournament between the Euros, or not third consecutive, but the third major tournament in the past few years, bro.
Okay,
Is
well,
it bad?
we hope it happens. I mean,
Bro, Italy missed on 2 World Cups. Win the Euro in between that.
Yeah.
But now might miss out on the Euros. This is a full-blown catastrophe.
I mean, I'm teasing, but it is. It couldn't get any worse. I mean, Italy, who have developed some of the greatest players the world has ever seen, to just so consistently, be like.
Since they won the World Cup, they've been trash.
It's you're gonna be with the likes of the the Lithuanias and the Andorras and
You know how we always say, like, yo, England gets to play all the easy teams like Liechtenstein and San Marino. Add Italy to them. Add Italy, bro.
Have a nice comfy game in Turin.
Hey, Harry Kane gets to pad his stats against Bastoni and Raspadori.
It's embarrassing. I mean, there's no other way to put it, and it speaks to the issues with the youth and academies, and they have to start from the ground up because I don't know how it's gotten this bad in Italy.
All right, last one, guys. We got to do a little roasting here. No parade or celebration at all for Gotham FC's NWSL Championship. Bro, what's that about?
You hate
Come
to see
on.
this. This is
At least have a celebration at the stadium.
at the stadium.
Let the fans show up. Let the players talk on mic. Let them get drunk
You can't
for the
find
58th
a
time.
New Jersey diner to bring the trophy to.
Yo, Top's Diner. It's not far from the stadium. Best diner in the city.
What is this? I mean, I don't know what is the thought behind it. It could be, I don't know if it's budget. I don't know. It's like they're the NWSL champions. Give them a celebration that they deserve. One of the owners of the team is Governor Phil Murphy, the governor of New Jersey.
Bro, Gov, you can't find a space?
Dog, an event hall?
Yeah, we can't go to a nightclub?
Bro, I mean, look at the ownership group. Eli Manning, Phil Murphy, Sue Bird. Y'all, come on. Let's
We can't get Giant Stadium. We can't get Barclays. We can't get somebody to open the doors so you could bring the trophy and let the fans have a little insert partner liquor and then and just take pictures with the trophy.
Yeah, it's something that the fans need to be at and experience.
Especially for Cloud9, who have been there every week.
Yeah. All right. There it is.
Hey, that's a tight 5, folks.
Hey, shout out to Mark Norman. So another type 5 in the books. Shout out to
God,
Miguelito.
we're good at this.
We
Thank
are
you,
good at
Miguel, for putting this all together.
Hey, we're going to keep doing it whether you guys like it or not, bro.
Let's go.
We're
This is our
working
new
on it.
segment.
We gotta keep developing it. As
Yeah,
opposed to
and
just
genuinely,
talk for a minute.
Yeah, let us.
we gotta figure it out.
Let us know if you have any suggestions.
What are your
if you have
thoughts?
any- yeah.
Yeah, put your reviews in the comments. So as always, thank you so much for hanging out with us, everybody. We appreciate it.
Hey, your love means a lot to us.
Yeah, I mean, we feel it. We feel it. Actually, a lot of the South Bronx United event, a lot of people came up to me. They were very complimentary about the show. I'm always like, you know who I am? I can't believe you know who I am.
Same. I forgot who it was too. Who was like, Jaleel Anibaba, who just did Morning Footy, was like, bro, when I saw you guys at MLS Cup 2021, he's like, oh my God, those are the Cooligans. He's like, bro, you guys were starting to really put up a lot of clips on Instagram. I started seeing you guys like, man, these guys are actually funny. He's like, I heard of you, but I never got a chance to hear the show. So shouts to everyone who's, shared our content, messed with it, clicked that like button.
Love a good.
Commented some nice. Everyone keeps commenting on the listening to soccer highlights while having sex video. I don't know how to shut it off. I keep getting notifications for that.
That is one of the hits.
That's a big one. That and the Serbia basketball one. We got a lot of positive and then a lot of you're dumb Americans.
So we got a lot of Serbian people interested in what we have to say all of a sudden.
yeah. A lot of people are like, dumb Americans finally figured out there's another planet, there's the rest of the world. And then other people are like, come to Serbia, we love you. And I'm like, I feel like 50% of you might not be on the same page as you, man.
Okay, find us at Red Star Partisan game.
Let's go. Vuj just went to the game.
Yeah, I saw. Vuj always goes to Serbia. He was obviously
He
Serbian.
said he'd come with us.
All right.
We got to make it happen. April.
All right.
Miss your son's birthday.
So you heard that, folks. Join the Cooligans Patreon so we have enough money to go to Serbia.
And not miss his son's birthday.
Patreon.com/soccercool. I mean, if you join at the highest level, I could bring him with us.
That's actually a good point. And we got to do a show at your house.
Okay, we'll go to Serbia. Why not? So Patreon.com/soccercooligans. You want to get some exclusive content. As always, hit the subscribe button here on YouTube. If you're listening to the podcast, subscribe wherever you are listening to this, Apple Podcast, Spotify, and tell the homies. That's gonna be your homework for this weekend. You got to have one homie tell a homie.
Yeah.
And
we're starting a pyramid scheme. You got to tell
Cooligans pyramid
your
scheme.
friends.
Okay, you need to tell
I'm
three.
sorry, MLM. I forgot we can't call it that anymore.
So make sure you tell a homie about the Cooligans. We appreciate it. All right, we'll be back on Monday with another exciting episode. So we'll see you then, everybody. Peace.
Love you guys.